Oh, that sounds good.
Welcome to Tush Twins
You should
on
just use that from now on
Roll joy.
malcolmpresents.com.
instead of roll camera, roll joints. Okay.
Anyway, that's what I was doing. I always do before the show to go on the show. I always say, okay, quiet on the set, roll cameras, roll sound. And then I just did roll joints. They love
Yeah,
this.
of course we do.
And that would be great. And this is sponsored by
Where? What's the company name? Your name?
Weed whackers.
Weed Whackers.
I like the buzz thing. Which is the buzz?
The Cannabuzz is mine.
Cannabuzz. There you go. Well,
Sponsored by Cannabuzz Treats.
Cannabuzz treats, and not for your dog, but maybe
No,
eventually.
No, there will be for dogs too. They will
Okay.
be eventually cookies for dogs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cookies for
the,
dogs. To keep your dog
what I
happy.
say to you?
So
Okay.
we're on malcolmpresents.com, Tush Twins, and we're gonna work to get this into a podcast soon.
It
And
is a podcast. I'm gonna send you the audio of this separately.
okay.
So you can
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to the show finally, because I know you don't watch any of the shows.
I watch all of them secretly.
Secretly.
When I close the door and just let it know. In any event, we want people to listen, so we need to get this out further, and we will.
Well,
If I have a resolution this year, that's one of them.
Zoomcasts or podcasts is the same.
We'll do both, but no, well, the podcast is carried on a different system. Anywho, for more fun
Ooh,
than
the
the barrel
podcast.
of
Can I talk like this? Hello, everybody.
R-
This is Rusty. We're in
Right.
our podcast.
no, it was like, hello.
Do you like
And she-
sweaty balls?
Do you like shreddy balls?
Sweaty balls? Ooh, sounds
but I do like your shreddy balls.
Yes, Alex.
Oh
We
God. Yeah,
understand.
that's a lot of them really talk in this register. They go, hi,
They
this
do.
is bloody blah on, and this
Did
is
let's bring it quickly though. I have two things I have to say. One, did anyone see The Simpsons last week?
No, I haven't seen The Simpsons since it's been up.
Okay.
I hope
Okay,
we
because there was an
taped it.
episode where they were influencers and had their own channel,
Oh God.
and they had the sisters doing their podcast, and they were
I would lose
talking
it.
like this.
Oh,
It was hysterical. I thought it was gonna pee in my. It was very funny.
right. I mean, a lot of them have that, that they have the voice. It's like the public radio voice, not to make, say, hey,
I definitely do not have a
everybody.
public
But I'm
radio
just saying,
voice.
if
Blah,
you talk
blah,
like,
blah. That's all.
hi,
That's
today we're
definitely-
going to talk about worms. I mean, I don't.
Okay, here's the other thing. One quick thing. It's off like squirrel, but who knows? It's trivia. Do you know where Termite Alley is?
It used to be in my house.
Where is
Termite
Termite Alley?
Alley. Anyone who, yeah, does anyone know where Termite Alley is?
No, where is Termite Alley?
Termite Alley is a very famous studio area where they make the Looney Tunes. Their place is called Termite Alley.
I didn't know that.
And that
Yes,
is
if you're a
where?
Looney Tune, I've been trying. I wanted to tell
You
everyone
are a
this 'cause
Looney
I'm
Tune,
really
so there's-
a loony and a toonie. And
Termite Alley, is that in
it's called
California?
Termite
Is
Alley. It's a
that-
true place. Back in
is
the
that
40s, it became Termite Alley.
And what was filmed in Gower Gulch?
Gower Gulch? That was
Gower.
Western.
Very good. Ding, ding, ding. Good for you. Yes.
Hey, come on, Western freak.
I know.
I just finished watching Gunsmoke about an hour ago.
all the
Hello.
oh, you're so weird.
I
Well, doing the intro now doesn't even, I'm going to just say,
Forget the intro.
I'm doing the intro right now. Here we are. We're the Tush Twins.
Okay, that's
it's
it.
me. It's the redhead, and it's our third twin, Malcolm, and back in LA, La La Land. And we've been, 60 plus years, and we keep going strong. We're going to go to 90 plus years and 100 plus years. Can't wait for that, because if we take care of ourselves well.
What'd you say? What?
I can picture us going, screw you, no, screw you, no, screw you.
They might have a Speaker of the House by then.
Right. Good luck.
I'll be a Democrat by then.
I'm fearful of any of what's going on. We'll see what happens. But You
I
know,
think
we
it's
are.
funny.
As long as can you imagine if Jim Jordan gets to be the speaker?
We're doomed. That would be doomsday in America right there. But we digress because I wanted to talk about something.
Excuse me, I think the show is over.
Okay, bye now. We have no time to even do this.
That's all books.
That's all.
Well, I wanted to, we're two cool, awesome 60 somethings, and we pretty much take life by the balls, and we keep moving forward. And some women in this age, they retire, other do like businesses, small businesses, want some edibles. Some take
some
joy,
people change every few years.
right, absolutely.
That's
That's the best way to go. I
it
mean,
changes, right?
right. So
Hey, it's better than the real ones.
so people, some women, they just get their passports and get the heck out of Dodge. And
That sounds good.
it's just, people do different things, and it's important. So I was looking at a quote from Andie MacDowell, the actress, who describes herself as an exotic badass. She's in her 60s. She's one of our favorite actresses for one
Yes, she
reason.
is.
What movie?
The Groundhog's Day.
Woo! And that's coming up. I can't wait to do a show that day.
Yes, everyone the holidays just left us. Now the new year, the
Right.
highest holiday of all. Groundhog's Day.
Yes, Groundhog's Day will be upon us in a month, less than a month now.
3 weeks. 3
Yeah,
weeks. Less than 3
like
weeks.
That. So, but
can we get a real groundhog? Are there groundhogs around you?
There's tons of them by
there are
me.
a lot of them, but I wouldn't. You do not want to pick up a groundhog.
You don't want to pick one up.
We'll pay a scale.
They'll bite you. Well, they'll no.
They're cute and adorable, but they will go.
Well, the only reason, the only time you would pick them up, and even that is not a good idea, because look what happened to Bloomberg and De Blasio, right? Both of De Blasio
also.
He dropped one, and he's like 6'5". The thing hit the ground and went. It's like, what? That's for that show.
That's all right. We'll continue on.
If you watch this and listen in, we never stay on topic. It's insane. So I wanted to talk about ageism in the world, both men and women. I was focusing on women because we're women
better than ageism,
right? So and there was some quotes from celebs about it, and I thought maybe to go through some of them would give an idea of what we're thinking about, sort of. So is it the model? Is it Iman? Is that how she pronounces it?
Iman. The widow of David Bowie.
Right. She was asked about, aging, blah, blah. And then she turned around to the reporter and goes, philosophically, not giving a damn. that was it. It was like, I don't care. Diane Keaton was asked for the Daily Beast, how she feels about getting older. And she said, I don't see anything wrong with facelifts or Botox or fillers. They just erase the hidden battle scars. I intend to wear mine, sort of. At least that's what I say to myself. And she just goes, what does she say? Was it Manhattan? Which one did she say? La-di-da. La-di-da. Manhattan? Okay.
Manhattan.
So pretty much it's la-di-da. It's just, so there's a lot of different people who say things, and a lot of celebs who are in their 60s who are vibrant and beautiful.
I think she's in her 70s or 80s already.
Well, Diane Keaton is in her 70s, I think. You think she's 80 already?
No, I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. But
well, my favorite quote is from an unknown person. It says, "Today is the oldest you'll ever been, and the youngest you will ever be again."
The Diane Keaton is 76.
That's a good quote.
I think it's a great quote.
Actually, wait a minute. Diane Keaton's birthday is, what's today's date? The 4th?
Yep.
Diane Keaton's birthday is tomorrow, January 5th.
Oh,
wow.
Cool.
Let's hear it for Diane Keaton.
In 1945.
La-di-da.
La-di-da.
La-di-da. I just, you know, there's a lot of things that the one thing that gets me is the thing that I would really like people to stop doing to me is stop calling me ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hate
Oh, I
that.
hate
Do you
that.
hate that? It's like, you
Yes.
know,
Well,
when someone calls me
how about if
miss,
you how about if you're a queen? There you go.
Yeah.
You're
well,
Yo,
walking
we
around,
are
hey, ma'am.
queens. Hello.
just come here, yo, bitch.
Hello, yo, bitch. Yo, how are
Yeah,
you?
that's my wife hates that when someone calls her ma'am.
Right.
I do too.
Yeah, see, it's a thing. We should do a hashtag. Don't call me ma'am.
Yeah, don't call me. They
Get
probably have that.
t-shirts.
We should get t-shirts. Don't call me ma'am. Because we're, you know, we're more than just a ma'am. And
And
stop.
here's another quote.
Yeah.
You're only young once, but you can stay immature indefinitely.
I
Ta-da!
think that's mostly guys.
Yeah, but that's me too.
If I had to say immature, I would put that on the guys before the gals. Although there are plenty of gals that are immature. I you know, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing the rest of your life?
Uh well, another model, Christy Turlington, said, everybody is so anti-aging, but I don't want to look younger than I am. Our face is a map of our life. That's there. The more that's there, the better. So
Or
there's different. Yeah, go ahead.
you know what I hate? I hate when someone gets a facelift that's totally inappropriate. Like they're in their 70s and there's no wrinkle in their skin, and it's
Oh
held
no,
tight.
that one I don't like. You have
That's
to look natural.
Yeah,
Well, that's because they, you know, they go to some of these ducks they sucky, and if you go to a good one, you look great.
yeah.
I'm looking
I
at
know.
you. I'm looking at you, kid. Because
Well, Lisa
they
Men,
did a great job. They did a great
like, have
job.
you seen Kevin Costner in Yellowstone?
Oh, he
No,
looks good.
And he has like the wrinkles, but he looks the weathered cowboy. I mean, he really looks good.
But
of course
he's
he
very
does.
handsome to
He's
begin with.
been good looking to start with, so
Yeah, he's
you
a
know,
rugged.
he's dances with wolves.
He could dance with me.
Although what was it, Waterworld he did, which was
Oh
a
my God, may
remember
that rest in
we
peace or
saw
down.
it together. It just didn't stop. It just went
It was the
on and
worst
on and on.
movie. And
But
then Maxine, and then my first husband and you at the same time said, "Oh, watch, that's going to be the Valdez." And all of a sudden, a boat comes up, said the Valdez, and we hated our, we were screaming.
well, the sad thing about it, even though it was not, in our opinion, a good movie, but what he focused on back then is kind of happening.
Yeah,
and
unfortunately,
and if you
it's
read
just a bad movie.
if you read the tea leaves and see what, break it down as to what he was trying to get out in terms of a message, he was right on with it, but it just didn't quite cut it. I don't know, but he's been in great movies. He's a really good actor. And
Have you seen what, the Glass Onion?
No, I
which
heard
one's
about
that?
it. No.
Yeah,
Is that with Daniel Craig?
yeah.
Yes.
That's the second part of Knives Something Out.
Yes.
That's part 2. Why
Which
did you
was
watch
good.
it?
I saw it I didn't like it. I didn't understand it.
Maybe
Maybe
you
you
have
have
to
to
see
see part
Knives. It's the
1.
first one.
Maybe. But
Yeah,
I got to see Maverick,
I saw that.
that's
I
on
didn't watch it.
It's on Netflix.
It was good. Maverick,
I don't
Top
know.
Gun.
What?
Top Gun.
Top Gun
Top.
Maverick, yeah.
Yeah, it you need to see that though on a big
Yeah,
screen, but
I know that,
but it was, wow, if you're into watching jets fly around, that's,
and Tom Cruise at the age of 60.
yeah, I'm convinced Tom Cruise, William Shatner, a lot of these guys get these transfusion things. I mean, look at William Shatner.
Well, he had a few face stuff done.
Yeah, but that's not it.
He's
His
87 years
he's
old.
90.
90.
Oh, he's 90 now?
Probably 91.
Well,
He
that's
went
it.
up in
Vey.
space at 90. you know,
I thought it
I
was
just
87 he went up.
no. He's 90 and
91.
He's still, it's amazing.
he's 91. But you know, I I
And,
think
and
Tom
Patrick Stewart is 82.
would yeah. And they're all and they're going, they're working, and what amazes me is they memorize their lines. I mean, that's I don't even memorize 2 lines from a song I wrote yesterday.
Well, some of
You
them, I was
know,
just reading about Marlon Brando.
Excuse me, who are you? What? Where am I?
I
where
was just
am
reading
I?
Marlon Brando in the later years would have behind all the scenes, he'd have like the lines that he had to do. He didn't remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that
well,
doesn't
he,
surprise me. There are things now that they can do, but maybe they'll just put a chip in your brain with the script soon. You know,
Or they put a chip in your ear when someone says, "Okay, next line, Marlon, you have," or next line is.
well,
Well, that's what I have done.
oh yeah,
When you're talking, I have my microphone. My wife is in the
right,
other room saying,
that
"Okay, now she said, now good line would be."
Thanks, Anna. I appreciate that.
oh my God.
Well,
She's
that's
the
what you usually send me what you want to talk about and what the main topic is.
right,
I read it and forget. So that's why
right.
that's why
That's why
reality
with
radio.
that. Yeah, well, it's okay. It doesn't. I
You know
mean,
what?
the topic is almost irrelevant because 9 out of 10 will hit the topic for 5 minutes and talk about something completely different
Now for something completely different.
right. Or
Well,
let's
the
talk
thing I
about
don't know if anybody else does, but we enjoy being with each other. At
right.
least for the half hour a week.
That's right. I
But,
mean,
but you
we
know
get to
what? When we were younger, we thought people our age were really old and very uncool.
yeah.
Now
We really,
I feel I don't feel that way. I feel I don't look my mother, everyone looked older.
It seemed they did, and there's there are things you can do to keep yourself younger, and one of them is to stay positive. Try to
Ta-da,
have new experiences and
ta-da,
exercise. But one of the
ta-da.
biggest things is optimism and being productive.
Oh, I thought it was
And
gummies.
gummies, absolutely. I think gummies are definitely part of that, but it's attitude, which is more
It's,
than anything. Yes,
attitude.
you is key.
I agree.
And it's how you go through your joie de vivre, your lust for life, no matter what you do, what you can accomplish at different stages, at different things. But it's like it all just melds in, and you're just, you're.
But
The
I'll tell
things,
you,
yeah.
what I wonder as I'm getting older, and one day I'll be old, but how like when you meet like the 21 or 20 the 20-year-old generation or teen generation, when they look at you, what do they think about you?
They think you're old.
Right.
No, we don't look like we did. I don't consider, at least I don't consider myself old. I think age is another word for living.
Yeah, I mean, you have experience. You've been through things, ups, downs, ins, outs. But it's good to know that the circle of our friends and people, we're vibrant. I feel we're
Good to
because
know you're
there's
alive.
well, no, but there's
Well,
a
I
difference
woke up this
between
morning, I was
you know,
breathing.
hey, that's the famous line of my dad after his open heart surgery. When I
I
asked
woke up.
him, literally, I walked in the room. He's up. I said, Dad, how you feeling? And he said, breathing is good.
Yeah,
You know,
I remember
after
that.
after a triple bypass, and that was when it was early, when they were doing these, not like they
It
do
was
now, which is
experimental.
it was back, when it was working, but it wasn't done to the
Right.
level it's done now.
I think George
Uh,
Barnes has a great line. He wakes up in the morning, looks at the obit in the paper. If he's not in there, it's a good day.
no, it's Carl Reiner,
Yeah,
actually.
that's Carl
Oh,
Reiner.
well, okay.
Carl Reiner said that. I
See, I
love
want to
Carl
be
Reiner.
like this 2,000-year-old man.
That's right. You're gonna go as long as you don't go down the stairs.
The stands go
Particularly
tickly bumpty boom.
the redhead went down the stairs. Shirley, was it?
Shirley.
And she
Shirley
went,
went down the stairs, tickly
tickly
bumpy
bumpty
boo.
boo.
Well,
Uh,
do you know how he lived to be 2,000 years old? The
How?
secret of life?
Ah.
Garlic.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Garlic.
He
Right,
would
right,
pound the
right,
garlic before he went to sleep.
right, right.
Then when the angel of death tapped him on the shoulder, he would say, "Hi," and the angel of death would go away.
Well, and also he would, talk about who's the best person or something he knows, and he would say, "There's no one greater than Phil." Phil is the best. And of course, that would always make everyone chuckle because
Yes.
there's no one,
We-
that was one of the lines, there's no one greater than Phil. So, and they loved Mel Brooks and
Yes, they did. They did little quizzes.
right.
They were
And
doing a whole big thing on it.
they would send the quizzes to Carl and Mel.
Yeah.
And one or both of them were in the synagogue. I don't know which one it was in LA, but a lot of the comics, a lot of the stars, they would go there for the high holidays. And one time
That was usually Beverly Hills High School. I used to go, I went a couple of times.
I
during
don't know
holidays,
where-
yeah.
That was Jerry Cutler,
I don't know.
Yes.
That was Jerry Cutler.
Rabbi
right,
Cutler.
Yes.
right. And they would
'Cause
go
I
there.
was there one time for the holidays, and I go and I see all the old comedians. It's like the
Mhm.
Red Button, that type of
Right.
generation.
Right,
And
Milton
they
Berle.
look old, but I walked over to them, said hello, how much I admire them, blah blah blah, and they sounded just the same.
Right.
Talking to each other, they had that same cadence.
That's
Voice a
what I'm
little
talking
older,
about.
but they had that same cadence and the same joking spirit.
Yeah. Well, my brother would take my son into the Schwitz at the Friars Club when he was like
Schwitz,
7. And there would be comedians in there. And he turned this kid into a Schwitz guy. I mean, this kid loves to go to the
By the way, for our audience who doesn't know what schwitz is, that's Yiddish for the steam bath.
right.
It's
And they
well,
would come-
schwitz is means sweat.
Sweating. Sweat.
Right. And they'd have this pretty woman come in and change towels, and they're hanging out. And my son was going, it's like, are you kidding? Could you imagine? And I'm like, I don't know. And he went there a number of times, and I was like, I don't even think he wouldn't recognize who was in there, of course, but I'm sure there were some guys in there.
Well,
but I don't know.
leads me to this story about Milton Berle, but I won't tell it.
I don't.
Oh.
Milton used to go to there a lot, to the Schwitz and the
Well,
Friars.
he's the king of whatever. Never
Right,
mind.
and he was proud
Yeah.
of it, and he showed it.
Oh,
One of
okay.
these articles I just read.
Okay. Boy, did we go as far off topic as you can imagine? From ageism to the Schwitz and the Friars Club.
But I'll tell you, if you want to know the difference of how people feel about age, listen to some of the old movies or TV series. Like when guys got about 50 years old, they were ready to retire.
Right.
Yes.
We're wearing their sweaters with their patches, the patches on their arms,
Right,
the
right.
leggings, with the leather patches, like
Yes.
Robert Young,
Right.
and they were ready to, and they were ready to retire. Oh, you're 50 years old. Well, what are you going to? You're going back to work? No, you shouldn't work now. Not at your age.
Right. Well, that's not happening anymore. I mean, there are people
are working to 70s, 80s.
80s. There are people working into their 70s, 80s,
Well, like
90. I mean,
I don't know if you would call this work, but I intend to, build up the, Malcolm Presents, and I enjoy it.
you're still a baby.
Of course, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
But that's the point. Who
But that's
does? Who knows what they're talking about?
I want to catch, the Jerry Seinfeld syndrome.
Oh,
Larry David.
Oh, yes.
If they're watching the show, I am available to do shows with you guys.
sure, anytime. I'm sure.
I mean, for
sure
all we know,
Gary-
I might turn in, listen to the show. He's always looking for, new talent, and we're here.
We're here, ready to be picked up anytime by any major network,
Right, or even a minor network.
any minor network.
We're in fact, we could take the show and put it on streaming right now. A major stream,
That's
and
let's
everybody's
go on a
looking-
major stream.
major stream. And
Okay,
everybody's
well,
looking for content.
that's right.
And we got the content.
we got the
We got the
content,
content.
all
We
right.
got the contact.
You know, this is about as much
Uh,
content as you're gonna find. So yeah, you gotta
But
when
the,
you're
the only
all
thing, the only thing about aging is sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you don't feel the same way
no.
as you did when you were younger, or trying getting out of the bed.
So far,
well,
so good at my end. So I'll be knocking
Well, I got a
some
good 10.
bamboo over here.
I got a good 10 years on you.
That's true. Well,
but
So
I get up every morning.
what time are
It's
you up?
5:36,
Oh,
5:36 every
I
day.
can't.
I walk
can't.
my dog. I 4 days without coffee.
I don't know how you're doing it. It's not for her. It's dry Wednesday, dry January without coffee. How?
I
How?
have a headache. I had to
guys,
take
you won't
four
see me for a minute,
ibuprofen.
but I'm not going to be on the screen.
You're not?
Oh, okay.
Talk to each other.
You're getting some
Hello,
coffee?
so what are you doing?
I don't
Let's
know.
talk.
Malcolm has left the building. he's
That's called
doing
ageism.
that's called ageism. He saw us and it was like,
Right.
well,
Here's another. This is a very cool quote. To find joy in work is to discover the fountain of youth. Pearl S. Buck.
Pearl S. Buck, you're going, you know. Well, I like Penelope Cruz's answer.
What's
'Cause
that?
she told her friend Gwyneth Paltrow for an
Mhm.
interview that she tells journalists who ask about aging as an actress, I'm not going to give you even 2 minutes to honor your question. It doesn't deserve that because
Ooh,
it's like, too bad. There's and then Brooke Shields says she said she shies away from it, and she said there's no shame in being older and getting older. There's a sense of pride, I think, that comes with it. It's like, hey, it's a badge. It's a badge. We've been through a lot, we've done a lot, and there's more to do. There's new opportunities, there's new
a
chapters.
lot more
You
thing to
know,
do. I am
right.
not ready to stop.
No one's
Not.
stopping. I think the worst thing you can do is
It's
stop.
not.
I think if you stay healthy, and that's another thing, you got to eat right. You got to, make sure you exercise. It's really important to keep going that way. Exercise at minimally 30 minutes a day if you can, which is why I love my dog and I love my
My
god
puppy,
dog,
my
because
god dog.
so they make us, get up
Get
and
up
get
and
out.
walk.
Right.
And I
Get
go
up.
hiking at least 3 days a week,
Yeah.
anywhere from 3 to 6 miles
Yeah.
in paths all over Jersey, up here by
Right.
me.
Yeah.
But I do walk.
I walk
So
a
some
lot. I walk.
I don't know
I walk.
if I walk or stroll, like in the mornings. Like, as you know, I live out in Los Angeles. So like 8 o'clock, I start walking. Start all my New York calls. And Max,
Oh,
Right.
Max can attest to that
Yep. Yep.
because she's on my speed dial.
Right. So so right now I'm a little shy of 10,000 steps by about 100 something, and I'm almost at 4 miles today. So
that
that's good.
Well,
that's
That's
very
good.
good.
3-4
I
miles
just
a
ended.
day.
Yeah, I just ended my new year. End of the year because I keep a running log, but now it's a walking log, and I did a little
Okay.
less. I did about 989 miles this
Wow.
year.
Good.
Guys, the only thing I hate about getting old is getting hot. I can't take this heat.
You've been getting
Now,
hot since you're 25. I mean, seriously.
it is so warm.
You're
I'm wearing a
always,
golf shirt today.
but you're
A
old.
golf shirt. I'm sweating. It's
Oh,
disgusting.
this is pertaining to
It's
women, I think more. Did you see the
You,
play Menopause?
no,
no, I
Menopause the
wanted
musical.
to.
We gotta go see it.
Go
We have
see
to
that.
see it.
Yeah, it's supposed to
That
be
is
hysterical.
hilarious, and it's
Yeah.
about 5 women
Mhm.
of I think age from like 45 to 70 who
Right.
meet. I think
Hello?
it's Saks Fifth. They meet by accident in Saks Fifth Avenue
Oh, boy. Another
shopping,
thing,
and
go
they all
shopping.
start talking about what happens to them during menopause, and they sing parodies of songs from the 70s and 80s, and
Right.
they were talented women and it's funny songs.
Mhm.
See if you can go on YouTube and see if they'll have that. But
Oh,
you'll, I mean, I know you relate to it, but
I'm
you'll
sure
roll on the floor.
we have to go with a,
We
you
have to
know,
find it.
we have to
They
find
have it
it.
in
We,
Vegas.
Yeah,
You
go
want-
on YouTube.
you
I'm
want a
sure they'll
trip?
have it.
Girls, we need a girls trip. We haven't done one since we haven't done one
COVID.
in ages.
I
Yeah,
need
we need a girls weekend
By the way,
somewhere
have we talked
away.
about ageism? I don't remember.
Ageism? Well, a
Yeah,
girls
weren't we talking about
weekend
getting
is
old?
we're not getting older, we're getting better.
we're getting better.
Getting
At
Right.
least
forgetful.
Max and I are.
Yeah, like I don't know what else to say.
I don't. And the one thing, everyone, warning: do not stay in the sun. Use sunscreen. That's really, really important.
right. You gotta take care of,
Absolutely important.
well, you gotta take care of yourself. Make sure you
Moisturize, moisturize,
also make
moisturize.
sure you have your vaccines, your screenings, you know, whatever screenings you need, you know, mammogram, colon.
I think for women, this is really the first generation where they're, I don't know the first, but but your generation where you took care of your skin, where
Well,
you
no, because
moisturized and
no,
Now,
because
when we were kids,
we were
except
kids.
me.
We were this with the sun.
the
The
I
visor.
did it once. My mom yelled at me, and that
a
was it.
reflector, and then we wondered why we had so many freckles
with baby oil.
with baby oil. Oh, it was
No,
like
I had to wear
fried
sunscreen. Thank God
fried skin.
sunscreen came out in 1976.
Eight.
Well, I don't know, but I actually bought sunscreen today because
But
I wanted to get the mineral one.
anyway, guys, I hate to tell you
No.
this, but our show's over.
Is it?
Oh,
And you want to take
wah,
and you want to
wah.
take and you want to take a vacation next week, right?
I am going away
you-
for a few days.
For a few
It's
days.
only 5 days, actually. It's not even, you know,
But
it
you
should be
know
it should be
what? It's
3
worth it.
weeks. Want to go on a road trip, Paul? 3 weeks? Where we going? Where we
Yes.
going? Where we
Why
going?
don't you take your computer and we can do it from the beach?
Can you read
Ooh.
between the lines? I will be swimming. I will be in the water. I have my snorkel stuff all ready, and that's where I'll be.
Well, I know a cameraman where you're going. He can do underwater photography,
Yeah.
and as you're
No,
snorkeling and looking at the
no.
jellyfish.
I have to look at
Uh,
the you know, the reefs, and I've seen those reefs years apart, and I've seen a change in them, which makes me excited.
Well,
That's for many shades of green.
Yes. We'll have to
Anyway,
talk about
guys, have a great
the
week off,
reefs. All right.
everyone have a good one.
Have
and we'll see you next week.
nanu
Or
nanu.
next
We'll
2
see you
weeks.
next
Nanu,
time.
nanu.
Nanu nanu.
Bye.
Live long and
Bye.
prosper.
Mm.
Live
Happy
long
New
and
Year.
prosper.